Going to be our first essay with Level Up Test Prep. So explain why the American colonists declared independence from Britain. This is a pretty general question you might be asked throughout your educational career, either at high school or at the college level. I am going to break it down in my own way, and I'm going to teach you how I would write this essay if I were asked this question in high school or in college. It could be a short answer, a long answer, but the principles will be applied. It's just a matter of how much you write, but the content will remain generally the same. So this essay will focus on explaining the causes for the American Revolution. Now, there are many different types of essays. Some are causal, which is what we're going to do today. Some might be comparative. And some might be more analytical. Some may be more evaluative. Some may be more focused on context or systems or structures. Others might be more focused on individuals. So there's a lot of different types of essays, but this one is causal. So we're going to delete that. And we are going to merely explain why the event happened. Generally speaking, causal essays are easier than other types of essays. So that's the good news here. So this essay will focus on explaining the causes for the American Revolution. Focus on what happened before 1776 to make your argument. So your writing should really be I'll even roll it back to 1760 to 1776. I'd be even willing to accept the 1750s if you wanted to start with the French and Indian War or the 7 Years' War. So your essay is going to be largely before 1776. Like any historical question, the answer is already predetermined. Use the documents to justify your conclusion. So this is a DBQ. So I've collected 6 documents that I thought were relevant in explaining the American Revolution. And if you recall in our frameworks, there's 27 reasons you could write about. But we're just going to focus on a few here today. In other words, work backwards from your answer. So this is not a complicated question. In fact, this is a very generic question where the answer has been written up so many times that the scorer, the teacher, the rater knows what they're looking for. In fact, they have a certain set of things they're explicitly looking for. So work backwards from your answer. This is really what's going to make Level Up Test Prep stand out from others. Your answer should be linear in nature, meaning it goes from point A to point B to point C to explain the causes. Whomever is scoring your test is looking through a predetermined lens. This is really what's going to make Level Up Test Prep stand out. This is not about creative writing. This is about hitting the points they are looking for. Say what they want to hear. Now, I speak as someone who has experience as a former rater for ETS, the PRAXIS exams for people who want to become social studies teachers. I formerly was a rater for the College Board SAT essay through ETS. It was subcontracted. And I just have been a teacher for 10 years. So I know that there's a rubric, there's a certain level of answers that people are looking for. And this isn't expository writing or a type of interpersonal essay where you write about your emotions or feelings. This is really about collecting a set of facts to make a point.